Malagtas, fouled hard from behind by...
Part about Rizal, there is no one go-to guy. It's always a bunch of guys that can step up at any time of the ball game. You look at the numbers right here. Victoria averages 5 a game. Jolo Mendoza averages about 8. Sarao averages 7.
Lamang ang Meycauayan, 16-14. Mark Yee has been shooting well from beyond the arc. Not that time though. Miranda lost it. Na-recover ni Serrano sa ilalim, high off the glass and in.
He got a good position inside, off that spin. Ang ganda nung kanyang bangga. He got a little space and just late on the recovery, he was able to get that float.
18-14 in favor of Meycauayan. Cholo Mendoza, straight but long on the jumper. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Ball tapped loose. Possession will stay with Meycauayan.
Could have been a shot para Ivan Salentina, but we do know Vince, a pass-first big man that would always want to create. So, lalo na nakashoot si Andrew Serrano that play prior.
Subs coming in for Meycauayan. Jason Apolonio, Miggy Corteza replacing Vince Tolentino and Sean Argente. Argente already a couple of frees for a total of 6 points. Jolo Mendoza also has 6 for Rizal. Uy, nakanakaw. Breakdown on defense. Setting up that basket underneath by Jason Apolonio.
Ganda rin ng bench squad nitong Marilao. Meycauayan Marilao, you know, you have Pastoran, AJ Miranda, Apolonio, and Corteza all coming off the bench. Then that is a lot of firepower coming from the bench.
Rebound grabbed by Apolonio. Sumugod si AJ Miranda and he'll head to the line for 2 shots.
It's something you don't want for AJ Miranda to get a head start. You know, this guy was a track star in high school, so you don't want him to get a speed ahead of you.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Somebody was caught napping on defense on the side of Rizal. Rizal also getting warned for improper bench decorum. Kanina lamang pa sila ng Bahagya. Pero Meycauayan turning things around quickly.
This is going to be a good chess match. For sure, may lalamang na team dyan. Babawi yung kabila. And then the other coach would adjust. This is going to be a game of adjustments for both of the teams. Especially with the depth that they have. They have a lot of pieces na pwedeng ikutin, na pwedeng maghanap ng mismatches. So this is what I'm excited about for both of the coaches. It's gonna be a lot of matches. Even players we're used to seeing. I'm sure yung iba mababawasan, yung iba madadagdagan because it's gonna be a game of adjustments for Coach Tantan and Coach Mark.
So far, Meycauayan getting the better of Rizal. They're ahead by 8. Philip Manalang entering the contest for Rizal. Face-up jumper by Mark Yee. Binaisik lang ni Kuya Mark.
You have to respect the jumper of Mark Yee. Nagbukhang Carmelo Anthony. Jab step to a jumper. If you know him enough, he has that threat. So you have to close out and hope that there is a help on the drive.
Miranda off the bounce. Puts it up. No good. Mananatili ang possession sa Meycauayan. Approaching the 2-minute mark of the first. Ganun kabilis yung pace ng ating laro. Not a lot of fouls. Pastoran kicks it out. Jeric Serrano could hit that. Left that one short. Miranda and Alday fighting for that ball. Sorry, that was AJ Coronel. Hirap kasi parehong hit.
Oh,
parehong hairstyle.
Totoo. Ako rin, akala ko si Alday din eh. Parehas ng hairstyle, parehas ng takbo. Kahit yung hulma ng mukha, parang may pagkahawig.
Naalala din kita, nagaganyan ka pag naglalaro.
Oo, high school.
Diba?
High school, oo. Ano ko yan?
Signature look.
Signature look. Nalala ko, alam mo sino isa sa mga unang gumaya sa akin nung high school? Nagpaalam pa sa akin yan.
Sino?
Si Joel Liu.
Ah, talaga?
Magkasunod kami ng game, FEU-UP. Nalabas ako ng bench. Pasok kami, palabas siya. Sabi niya, Brad, gayahin kita.
Kaya lang, hindi ganyan gate up niya ngayon, ha?
Hindi na.
Binago niya ng konti, ha?
Si Mr. Short Shorts na.
Oo. AJ Miranda, though, coming off the bench. 6 points already. This was in transition. Nice pass from Apolonio. Rizal behind with 1 minute and 16 left in quarter number 1. Manalang, pinasahan si Alday. Shot fake. Lumapit, hop step. Mabandang tira, pasok yan.
And I wanna know if Alwin Aladay was this patient in his younger years. I got to watch him more on, veterano na siya eh.
Yeah.
Nung pinanood ko siya, ang talino na, ang galing magbasa. But I don't know if he was this patient when he was playing when he was younger. But that was a terrific read coming from Alwin.
Masturan, umalog palabas, yung tira sa labas. Miranda way off. Another offensive rebound collected by Meycauayan. Leads to this third chance opportunity at naipasok ni Pasturan yung kanyang tres.
What an offensive outburst para dito sa Meycauayan to start the ballgame. They are shooting 58% in the first quarter and you don't want that if you want the chance to win against Meycauayan.
Alday, signature teardrop will go in.
Opensa, magiging naman ng today. Someone has to adjust defensively because both teams are offensively loaded.
Yeah. Shooting at a very high clip. Pasturan. Time winding down and the first, that will count. They will review it, but that sure looked good.
That should count. That was a good shot coming from Jimboy Pasturan.
Anything you could do, I could do a little better. This was the teardrop, well challenged, off balance, naipasok pa rin just in the nick of time by the former Vinyl Blazer.
It's a guard battle between Alday and Jimboy Pasturan, scoring the last 4 field goals. But, you know, it's been an offensive outburst. Both of the teams really scoring terrific, but just a few more rebounds for Meycauayan.
And that's why they lead by 9 at the end of quarter number 1.
Steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final moments of the game. Can they make magic? White out! Wins the game!
Win the game. Easy lang with Force Plus.
AJ Miranda, I mean, you look at the numbers, Juanito, in the wins and losses, it's night and day.
Tama. No, AJ Miranda is always a guy, high usage rate, as Coach Mike Perez would always say. So, they rely on him heavily. Medyo pag maganda ang laro ni AJ Miranda, then there's a high chance that Marilao may be able to get that victory. So, it's a matter of two things. AJ has to play well, or other guys has to step up when he is not playing to his usual limits.
Marquis frustrated because Apolonio was able to blow by his defender, and now it's an 11-point lead for Meycauayan, 31-20.
What I like about Jason Apolonio and Meycauayan is much more aggressive attacking the basketball. Naalala ko, among his other teams, he was just a designated shooter. But this time around, Apolonio can show his other skills.
Manalang strokes in a trifecta, mabak sa 8 lamang. Was it a long two? It was a long two.
Long two.
Corteza gives it up to AJ Miranda. To the post they go. Apolonio has been feasting on that block. But that time, Alday with a better stand on defense. Alwin, sidestep in traffic. Naipasok pa din.
No easy shot for Alwin Danday in today's ball game yet. Scoring is not a problem. That's already 6 points para kay Alwin Danday. All are tough baskets for Alwin.
Offensive foul against Miggy Corteza, who visibly disagrees.
I have to look twice kung sino yung dumidepensa. It's AJ Coronel. This time around, magulo pa rin eh.
Yeah, right.
Itong si Alday tsaka si Coronel eh. Mas magulo pa nga sila kaysa kay Mike tsaka kay Paing eh.
Di naman kasing gulo yung dalawa ni Jaggy.
Oo, iba pa yun. Iba
Iba pa
bang
yun.
level yun. Iba bang level yun.
Alvin Alday though, he's still searching for his rhythm. Tantan Banal, who was a former coach of Rizal back in seasons 4 and 5. And I remember when he was the head coach back then, umabot sila hanggang second round in the South. They were able to beat Sarangani as the 6th seed. And then, natalo lang sila sa Batangas.
Yes. Coach Tantan Banal is a coach that whatever team he's handling, there's always a lot of heart in the players. He's a players coach. He brings in a good culture. He doesn't get the biggest names, but he always gets the biggest hearts. Kaya laging, even though they're not, no superstars in their team, they always challenge it out.
Marky gives it up to Alvin Alday. Balik kay Kuya Mark. Pinasa palabas. 8 segundo sa kanilang shot clock. Manalang. Nag-switch sa kanya si Miggy Corteza. Lost it. And they will run out of time. Shot clock violation against Rizal.
I know the best read right there, Miggy Corteza. He saw that the shot clock was already going down. He switched hard. Didn't give a shooting space. Didn't give any driving lane. And that really forced a 24-second on Rizal.
HM Miranda, Jimboy Pastoran, Jeric Serrano, Miggy Corteza, and Jason Apolonio, the unit on the floor. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Straight away three goes down for Jimboy Pastoran. That's his second triple. Balik sa 10 ang halamangan.
Only in the first half, pero si Jimboy Pastoran already above his averages of 6 points a ball game. He already has 8 here in the first half.
Pwede pa nilang dagdagan yan on this possession. 3-point shooting has been kind for Meycauayan. 6 out of 11, 54.5%. But that time a miss in the paint. Caballero, the pass ahead. Alday.
Saka malalim.
Yeah. Also wasn't in balance as he took that shot. Pasturan will slow things down. Miranda wants it on the post. Instead, they go to the other side. Serrano attacking the defense of Mark Yee.
It's good that AJ Miranda was able to attract. He didn't get that basketball. Kiano Caballero was denying him. He was fronting. Si Mark Yee nakahelp. That gave a lot of space for for Jeric Serrano to get that basketball. Sorry, dami nating Serrano dito eh.
Oo nga eh. 36-24. Caballero, malakas yung tres. One and done by Rizal. Under 6 minutes left in quarter number 2.
Struggles continue para dito sa Rizal. They only have 4 points in the entirety of the first 4 minutes of the second quarter.
What a pass inside! Special delivery. Miranda setting up Jeric Serrano.
They are playing beautiful basketball. The options are clear. They want to go inside, and maybe somehow when they are able to control the inside, it opens up the outside. So here, Rizal obviously does not know anymore kung anong kanilang dedepensahan. That gave the space for Jeric Serrano on another inside basket.
Play of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Rizal forced into a timeout. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. May balita muna tayo kay Andrea.
As promised, the points Coach Stan Banal gave in terms of their offense, hinahanapan niya pa ng more ball movement ang kanyang team. In terms of defense, medyo nakukulangan pa siya sa communication. He also mentioned a few names na sana raw would find their groove offensively ASAP. There's Miggy Corteza, Ivan Santos, and even Jason Strait. With Felix Aprecu and Vince Tolentino, he doesn't expect them to contribute much in offense, pero yung contribution nila ramdam in different ways. He also wishes na sana raw mas maging vocal ang kanyang mga players, even to him. He said, back when I was still the captain of Mapua, I was vocal to my teammates but never to my coach. Something na sana raw ginawa niya noon, because right now he wants his boys to be more open and more transparent when it comes to him. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Whatever they were searching for to begin this ball game, it seems like they have found it, Coach Juanito, because 14-point lead, 15 assists for Meycauayan, which has led to this impressive field goal shooting, 55% for Meycauayan.
They're playing terrific in today's game. They have been sharing that basketball.
Extreme ang subok. At this free throw is brought to you by Extreme ang subok. At kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Saraw knocks down both freebies, cutting the lead down to a dozen. Robin Ive checking back in, facing off against his former team. Hooks a pass to Miggy Corteza. Off the dribble, flips it up, Mintis. Paul Victoria tracks it down. Siya may tangan ng bola. Aguliano swings it to Caballero on the right side. Drives baseline. Is caught with a dribbling violation.
You have the credit itong Meycauayan. You know, that baseline drive, usually they look for the cutter on the middle or that corner three. The defense of Meycauayan knew what the options were. It forced this turnover to Keanu Caballero.
Nagbabalik ang MPBL. For the side of Rizal, aside from the fact na out due to knee injury nga itong si Billy Robles, Coach Mark Dandan told me that their team has been having health issues. Ang mga coaches, pati mga players, isa-isa raw nagkakasakit. They feel like sa sobrang init ng panahon, flu hit the team at syempre, lagi nga naman silang sama-sama, so madaling magkahawa-hawa. Health is definitely their biggest challenge ngayon. But of course, sabi nga ni Coach Mark, that's not an excuse to play poorly. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. You know, nakakatuwa, no, na very tight-knit itong Rizal. But at the same time, on the flip side, yun nga, no, dahil nga laki silang magkakasama, when the flu bug hits, eh, hawa-hawa na nga. But, well, they have to make do of what they have, especially now. They're behind by 12. Victoria puts up a 3. Tumalbog 2 beses, pero hindi pa rin pumasok. Quick 3 from Robin Ive. Too strong. Saraw the rebound quickly to Maguliano. Sinugod 3 defenders. Mintis.
Grabe yung recovery nitong Meycauayan. They missed on one end but automatically 3 pink shirts were gonna go down, and then on the other end, if you have a lot of talent, then scoring is not a problem para sa Meycauayan.
Nobody checking on Chana Rente. It was a total of 8 points. But had a couple of threes back in the first quarter. 40-26. Saraw at the elbow, pumihit. And the bench of Meycauayan thought he got away with the travel.
Couldn't really see it on our angle, but that is actually something that Rizal can go upon. We don't see a lot of one-on-ones, pero they have the capability, especially JP Saraw on that low post.
Argente. Wow, he is hot. Third triple of the ball game for the former heavy bomber.
What else can we say about Sean Arrente? We knew the talent, but for him to do it on a professional level, he is on a different level today.
Aguliano underneath. Foul was called against Meycauayan. This was a simple play. Gente hitting that free.
Again, it's a split action, and there's so many options on that split action. It's either someone can go out. Both of these players rejected that split action that gave the space to Sean Arrente.
50% from free. Pwede pang dagdagan ni Argente yan. Niluwa lang.
He checked for Sean Arrente.
Aguliano, siya na nagbaba ng bola. Victoria working on Robbie Naive. Victoria forcing it up and in.
But over the time, that's just good defense, just better offense. Para dito kay Lawrence Victoria. Robbie Naive was just in front of him, able to read what the options were. Pero naiba to at naipasok pa rin neto ni Lawrence Victoria.
43-30, Naive. Oh man, Meycauayan is not letting up. 8 out of 16 from downtown.
Parang ito si Robbie Naive, napahiya on one end. Says to the coach, Coach, bawi ako. And I gave up a 2, I'll get you a 3.
+1 pa. Maguliano turns down the shot. Joey Liu to the corner. Caballero. Wala. Naive nakuha yung rebound.
That wasn't really the best option on the side of Rizal. It was that corner was not really wide open for Keanu Caballero.
MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. Argente. Naive shot fake. Maguliano in front of him decides to put it up and he knocks it down from beyond the arc.
And there really are games that everything is going for you. You know, that was not already the best offensive set para sa Meycauayan. They couldn't find the cutter, they couldn't find the extra pass. They were looking at that middle range. Sabi ni Naive, hindi, ako na lang, I'll do it myself. And he gets the space and gets the 3 for Meycauayan.
They are 9 out of 17 from beyond the arc, prompting a timeout again from Rizal. Commissioner Emmer Ureta with ASCOM sa Tarmacantal and Hudi Distrito. Magkakasama lahat dito sa Victory Coliseum in San Rafael, Bulacan. Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. 19 na ang lamang ng Meycauayan over Rizal. Tight pass, Saraw, shot fake, flips it up and puts it in.
You know, even on that, that was still good defense. Ang ganda ng help netong Meycauayan. That really gave a hard shot for JP Sarao. But like the shot of Lawrence Victoria, it still went in even though that was tough.
Tolentino. 33 segundo. Bagsak yung bantay ni Argente. And that is just enough for him to hit his 4th triple. He has a total of 14 points.
When can we even say this? This is the 10th triple of Meycauayan in the first half.
Coach Mark Dandan is hot. And he just got teed up.
Didn't see what he is angry for. It might be the push. He is looking at that push. That's why his player was down. That's why Sean Argente was wide open, although we didn't see it.
MJ in this. This could also be a way for him to fire up his steam.
Yes, that's right. Sometimes it's the mental game that, you know, someone has to start it, and sometimes it has to be the head coach.
Yeah. Let's see if they could make a basket at the very least to cap off this first half. 20 ang lamang ng Meycauayan. Bola na wala, naagaw. De La Verren, they have enough time. 3 seconds left. MJ wide open. And he can't hit it. But the first half comes to a close. These first 2 quarters thoroughly dominated by MJ De La Verren and the rest of the Meycauayan squad. Shooting 54%, 10 out of 19 from beyond the arc.
You know, the outside game really has been to the advantage of Meycauayan. They are +9 in that 3-pointers, +27 in terms of points, and they're more than 50% on their clip. This is the main reason why they're up 20 in the first half.
And Rizal will have a lengthy discussion on how to defend those threes because right now they're behind by 20 points, 52-32.
Alright, as promised mga kaliga, ito na ang ating Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge. At dahil may nanalo ng ating prize kamakailan, our prize pot will reset to 100,000 pesos at every game day na walang makaka-complete ng challenge, madadagdagan ito ng 50,000 pesos hanggang sa umabot uli ng 1 million pesos. And for today, our prize pot is 150,000 pesos. Ito na ang ating challenger, si Unico Alquiros mula sa Baliwag, Bulacan. Unico Alquiros, ready ka na ba? You will be given 45 seconds to complete a layup, a free throw, 3-point shot, and a half-court shot. Kapag na-shoot mo lahat ng yan in 45 seconds, you will win 150,000 pesos from the official sportsbook of the MPBL Sports Plus. Are you ready for the Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge? On your mark, 3, 2, 1, go! Na-shoot ka agad. Easy for Unico Alquiros. 35 seconds to left. Konting bilis, Unico, para umabot sa half-court line. Magkaroon ka ng chance sa ating jackpot na 150,000 pesos courtesy of Sports Plus. 20 seconds to left. Sige lang, Unico. 13 seconds. Yun. 10 seconds sa 3-point naman. 5, 3, 2, 1. Alright, syempre, good effort pa rin. And you will be going home with Sports Plus merch. Once again, thank you for joining. At sa ating mga kaliga, check out the Sports Plus FB page to find out how you can join. At baka ikaw na ang susunod na winner ng Sports Plus Clutch Time Challenge.
Long with Force Plus.
20 puntos yung lamang ng Meycauayan against Rizal at the half, 52-32. And if you're Coach Mark Dandan, Coach Juanito, you're certainly not happy with what transpired for your team in the first two quarters.
Well, they just gave up too many three-point shots in that first half. You know, you look at the field goals of Rizal, it's not bad. They're playing a good offense. It's on the defensive end where they are struggling. They've given a +9 on the three-point end, and just the team basketball of Meycauayan is just really providing this 20-point lead for them. And on the other end, offensively though, they are scoring well at 50%, but they're not taking care of that basketball. They have 7 turnovers here in their offense.
To your point, maganda rin naman yung field goal shooting ng Rizal. Pero yung depensa, no, yung nagkulang.
Yes.
As a result, just Meycauayan having this massive lead to enter the third quarter. Rizal with the first possession of the period. Let's see what adjustments they will make to catch up. Balagtas, short. Got back his own miss. Bola natapik at naagaw ni MJ De La Vergen. Good foul given up by JP Maguliano.
Well, I was talking in the halftime with assistant coach Ice Banal.
Yeah.
Simple lang sinabi niya, Coach, pinaghandaan talaga namin to.
Oh.
So the preparation really scouted Rizal very well and on their offensive end reviewed the options that they are playing well right now. The question is, can they stay consistent in the second half?
Nakita ko sa IG story ni Coach Tantan yan. Na parang nag-viewing sila in preparation of this game. Chan Argente, man, 17 points, 5 triples.
He's not done. He's not done. You know, often the weaknesses of teams like this, when you're going up against a veteran team like Rizal, when you start the second half, they start playing not to lose.
Yeah.
And that's when veteran teams slowly but surely make a run. You have to keep the composure, you have to keep the aggressiveness, and that is what Sean Argente did on their first possession.
So 3-point shot na ito, at sa atin yan ng Extreme, ang subok at kumpleto appliance brand ng Pilipinas. And Rizal, even though they have won their last 3 games, Coach Juanito, I was able to talk to one of their assistant coaches, si Coach Don, and they were really looking to improve defensively. Dahil despite their winning streak, they're in the middle of the pack in terms of giving up points. And lalo yung game nila against Mindoro, they had that strong start, pero nakabalik pa yung Mindoro, and they got it down to single digits yung kalamangan. So that was a point of emphasis in their succeeding practices, pero namumblema pa rin sila dito. And a guy down on the floor, JP Maguliano, and they have given up 55 points dito sa Meycauayan.
This is a strong team. You talk about Rizal, the depth is there, the experience is there, the talent is there. I think one thing that Meycauayan has an edge on today is preparation. Kita nyo naman yung detail, yung energy, yung kanilang paghahanda, because they know that this is a crucial game moving forward with the season. And they don't want to keep on losing in a season like this. Especially, they're playing in the North. They're playing with teams like Caloocan and Abra, San Juan. You want to be able to get your confidence because you don't know when you enter the playoffs kung sino yung posible mong makatapat.
Unsportsmanlike foul yung tinawag laban kay Felix Apreco. So 2 free throws plus ball possession for Rizal. Maguliano hits the first. He is the leading scorer for this squad, averaging 10.7 points to go along with 5.3 boards. Missing the back end of his free throws. So Paul Victoria, JP Maguliano, Marco Balagtas, AJ Coronel, and Cholo Mendoza ang magkakasama sa loob for Rizal. Cholo, 9 on their shot clock. Dumps it down low to Marco Balagtas over Felix Apreco. Coronel tried to give them another possession. And siya din, nasaktan ha.
Oh, holding on to the ankle, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be the third guy down. Para sa Rizal, earlier in the first quarter, it was JP Sarao. Earlier, it was JP Maguliano. Now, it's AJ Coronel.
And they're missing Billy Ray Robles today. Ayun, napakan niya yung paa ni Flex
Felix
Apreco.
Well, Flex is always a guy that will be on the rebounding end. You know, no question dyan. Laging aatake at papasok yan si Flex Apreco. So you do have to be careful with your positioning.
Free guard setup for Meycauayan. Sean Argente, Patrick Ramos, Jimboy Pastoral to go along with Vince Tolentino and Felix Apreco. Tolentino cuts, he lays it in.
Good timing coming from Flex Apreco and Vince Tolentino. After that loose ball, they got the ball back, and he saw just a little space for him to cut. Ganda ng hanap din ni Flex Apreco.
Hard show by Tolentino. Maguliano kicks it out to Paul Victoria. 7 on their shot clock. Floater is up and in for Victoria.
Yan ang kailangan nila, someone to step up. Everybody is sharing the basketball, that's good, but there is no one guy to be the leader right now for Rizal. Might be Paul Victoria with that shot, but they need a lot more of those if they want to come back.
Tolentino not expecting the pass. 6 seconds left sa kanilang shot clock. Pastoran. Rizal giving Apreco space. He knocks it down. Bagsak na naman ang manlalaro ng Rizal. This time, it's Philip Manalang. That will count that basket.
You know, these are just the type of games para sa Meycauayan. If you're Rizal, you would give up that shot.
Oh
Flex
my.
Apreco would rarely take that shot. Down on the shot clock, you give it to the best shot possible. But pasok pa rin para kay Apreco. So there's just nothing you can do on that end.
Jolo. Floater is up, short. Got back his own miss. And he puts it back in. 21 pa rin ang lamang ng Meycauayan. Let's go courtside to Andrea.
During halftime for the side of Rizal, Coach Mark Tandan expressed so much disappointment to his boys as they have been playing below expectations. Some of the coaches even said, hindi naman kayo ganyan maglaro. The 10 3-point shots made in the first half by Meycauayan was the biggest blow for them. Kaya unang-una simulan daw ang second half with a much tighter defense. For the side of Meycauayan naman, Coach Dan said there was no special drills added, just pure team basketball. As we've seen nga raw in the first half, they share the ball so much. That's why they were able to find open shots. As he added, mas mahirap kalaban ang 5 kesa 2. And in our team, everyone can be a threat. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Si Coach Mark Tandan got his first technical foul as a head coach earlier. Pagdating nung halftime, galit na galit pa din. And you couldn't blame him with how his team has performed in the first 2 quarters.
I got to be a coach. I got to be playing for Coach Mark Dandan a few years ago. He's a guy that requires quality, especially on the offensive end. So, if you're not putting in the energy, he does not like that. And that is exactly what is happening to Rizal right now. They're not putting in the effort defensively. They're not making stops. You know, offensively, hindi naman ganun kasama. They have 40 points already. They are scoring. They're getting a lot of options, but they are not getting stops. And that is where they're having a lot of problems. 60 points in less than 3 quarters is too much if you want the victory.
That was a good play though, setting up Maguliano while Tolentino was fronting him. Took advantage, and now a 3-point play opportunity for the former EAC General. Mintis ulit. 1 out of 3 from the line. So this remains a 20-point ball game. Little over 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Pastoran to Apolonio. Also had a strong first half. Now he takes the 3. Oh my! Meycauayan continues to sizzle from downtown.
You know, what else can you really do? There was a closeout there. It was a one-on-one situation. There was a hand on the shooting attempt, but it's just been that kind of a ball game para dito sa Meycauayan.
12 out of 21 from 3. Malagtas gives up the foul. And at this point, Rizal left searching for answers amidst this onslaught of Meycauayan. Still a lot of time though.
Meycauayan is still winning this quarter, 11-8. So the stops, the defense, still no answer para sa Rizal. Wow, what a sidestep region.
Ginawang parke yung shaded area ni HM Miranda. 65-40. This is now the biggest lead for Meycauayan. Mendoza open free. No. One and done for Rizal, but steal by Manalang. LGR is the official outfitter of the MPBL. Jolo pulls it back out. Victoria knocks down a 3.
Much needed basket para sa Rizal. They're still getting some good shots. They have 11 points in the third quarter, but they've given up 13 points. So where do they adjust defensively? They're giving the inside. Nakaka-drive itong Meycauayan. They give some space on the outside. It's been elite 3-point shooting. So napakahirap hanapin kung ano ang magiging cold spot. Just like that for Sean Argente.
That was already a tough shot. 19 points for Sean Argente. Now at a halfway point, lamang pa rin ng 24 ang Meycauayan. Balagtas. Pasok yan, galing sa labas.
Back-to-back 3-pointers para dito sa Rizal. Oh, Jimboy Pastoran is down.
But signs of life for Rizal. Couple of threes. Pastoran limping towards the bench.
On the side of Rizal, they really have to be able to stop the offense of Meycauayan. They're shooting elite on the outside, probably denied the guards the basketball, force one-on-ones on the bigs because these are not really natural one-on-one big men, and hope that it goes their way.
Sports Plus is the official sports book of the MPBL. Scan a QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph.
The basket para kay AJ Miranda, one-on-one. Just a simple crossover. The help was late para dito kay Marky, and it's making things so easy para dito sa Meycauayan.
Rizal though beginning to hit their threes. 69-49. Still staring at the 20-point deficit. Apolonio, finally they miss. Victoria is feeling it. Miranda closing out hard. Paul. Malagtas, thought about it. Lumapit. This time it's a miss. Nobody checking on Jason Apolonio, who goes all the way to lay it up and in.
Hindi nakita ni Lawrence Victoria that there was already some guy leaking out from his back, so he was late to recover. That was a good leak out pass para sa Meycauayan.
Marquis at the post. Against Jeric Serrano. Meycauayan is in penalty. So Marquis will shoot 2. Fast break of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. Nakataligod sa weak side si Paul Victoria, which left Apolonio free for that lay-in. Marquis, former MPBL Defensive Player of the Year, hits the first free throw.
Look at the assist number, 24 assists.
Yeah.
Para sa Meycauayan. The team basketball has just been tremendous for them. 24 of the 28 field goals. They have 12 3-pointers made. You know, preparation really is a huge factor in this ball game.
Corteza, that patented one-hander, Mintes. At this point, Coach Juanito, itong Rizal, kailangan nila yung mga mini goals eh.
Yes, that's right. You know, maybe really stop the guards because it's the offense of Meycauayan starts with the guards. It's Ajem, Ramos, and Pastoran kanina, as well as Argente, who is doing a lot of the damage. Because these guys are doing a lot, nabubuksan eventually yung mga big men netong Meycauayan. So they have to be able to find a way in stopping these guys just like that. That's a better defensive stand para sa Rizal.
Multiple rotations. The spy dumps it to Caballero. Alday. 3-point shot, no. Fighting for the rebound. Merong foul, laban sa Meycauayan. So free throws coming up for Keanu Caballero.
Wait, there is confusion right here.
Teka, sino ba tinawagan? Si Caballero ba o si Patrick Ramos?
kay Keanu itatawag.
Oo, si Keanu pala. Kasi nakaturo dun sa Rizal yung
Actually,
Team
na-confuse ako
officials
eh. Kasi ang taas is number 3. Parehas silang number
Parehas
3.
number three.
Parehas silang
Oo.
number 3.
good news. At least for Rizal, di pa sila penalty. Pero ito na yung pinakamalapit na kalamangan na naibaba nila dito. 18 points. So yun nga, yung mga mini goals, if you could cut it down to probably 12-10, heading to the 4th, that could be a huge boost.
They have a good offensive quarter. Itong Rizal, they already have 21 points with still 2 minutes and 20 remaining. But they've also given up 19 points here in this quarter. So the small goals do matter. Maybe slowly climb up. Hopefully end this with probably 15 or 14 entering the 4th quarter, then make a big run in the 4th.
Meycauayan beginning to miss from the outside. Alday, popping out was Marquis. 8 seconds left on their shot clock. Caballero. Gaspay turns around, gets the friendly bounce on a one-hander.
That wasn't really the best option on the end of Rizal. Hinahanap nila yung guards. Ganda ng dinayan ng Rizal. They were forced in the last 3 to give it to the closest guy, which was Jake Gaspay. Lucky for them that that hook shot will work for them.
Gaspay floating mid-air, putting that one-hander up and in. Timeout, Coach Tantan Banal, 71-55, Meycauayan.
White Cloud steps back into the game. What kind of impact can he make? And what a steal! That way is going to even out the game. 9 in the final of the game. Can they make magic? White Cloud wins the game!
Win the game. Easy long with Force Plus.
Back with us at the Victory Coliseum in San Rafael, Bulacan. Yung very up yung pangalan ng venue dahil panalo nga naman ang hinahangad nitong dalawang kupunan na ito. Meycauayan looking for back-to-back victories. Rizal gunning for their 4th straight. But right now, Meycauayan in front by 16. Although Rizal has outscored them slightly in this period, 23-19.
Well, it's the last few minutes that Rizal has been able to up their defense. They've been forcing a few more turnovers. They're denying the guards who have been playing terrific. Kaya meron silang small run that could get them going entering the 4th quarter.
Miranda from the corner. Good defense by Rizal off that Meycauayan timeout.
That was a closeout that you needed. Really forced the guards into hard situations. No driving lane. You're forcing AJ Miranda to take that long shot.
Cross-court pass, Caballero off the bounce. Marquis may tapik sa likod, meron ding foul. Coach Tantan is contemplating on whether to challenge.
It's a hard angle para sa referee. Might be all ball, but on the angle of that referee, he is coming off the front, so he really giving the respect on the receiver.
Coach Tantan
He will.
will in fact use his challenge on that last foul call against him. 1 minute and 8 remaining in the 3rd. We'll see if Coach Tantan is right when we return.
Kapag may labay nagkakaisa, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo.
After the review, the challenge was successful.
Successful challenge for Meycauayan.
4, 3,
Malinis yung swipe ni Patrick Ramos galing sa likod.
As a referee, he was on the front. He really would whistle that because the angle is not really clear. The camera is on the back, kaya nakita natin na talagang malinis yung swipe. So, good thing that we have a review for us to be able to really clear things out. Pero babalik pa rin ang bola para sa Rizal.
Despite out-jumping Serrano on that jump ball. Alday, this could be big if he hits it, and he does!
These are what you were saying, Ken, that small goals for them. They make stops on the guards. Netong Meycauayan, they make these stops, and eventually on their offensive end, this time around, they are getting their baskets. The best offensive quarter for Rizal.
Alday with 9 points. Robin Ive with Mendoza all over him. Whips a pass to Serrano, corner pocket free, Mintis. Marquis secures the rebound. Rizal doing a good job of holding Meycauayan to one shot. Mendoza on the right side. 20 seconds left in the third. Cholo. No, Gaspay tried to give them another possession. Alday comes away with a steal. Marquino could not handle it, but that was a good effort for Rizal.
You just love the effort coming from Rizal. In the end of the quarter, you want to get every possession on your end. Might not be a make, but they try to keep the ball alive.
Kaya lang, napabayaan nila si AJ Miranda, who lays it up and in.
If you're defending AJ Miranda, you don't want him close to the basket because he is very comfortable with finishes. They gave him that rhythm for him to get that basket and the ball in the basket. So you have to deny him early, maybe force 3-pointers para kay AJ Miranda at malaki to para sa Meycauayan to end the quarter.
Yeah. Able to halt a little bit of momentum from Rizal's side. HM makes the free throw pero meron pang foul laban sa Rizal.
Referee Alan Manzano will clear this out. They're saying that there's a foul pero pasok ang free throw.
That is tough if you're
Both teams are in penalty.
Rizal. Let's see. Meycauayan has a chance to scatter in 5 points in the last few seconds of the third.
Review pa nila but to me, I think they should count the free throw and then foul is on 24.
Sino yung 24? Si
That's
Gaspay.
gonna be Jake Gaspay. So that's gonna mean 2 free throws
Yun yung mabigat
for
doon.
Jason Apolonio.
Biggest,
make.
yeah. Biggest lead of Meycauayan was at 25. Rizal was able to inch closer, cut it down to 13. But this last stretch for Meycauayan, although Jeric Serrano mintis yung unang free throw,
Could still be a 4-point swing on the side of Meycauayan, depending on the free throw. But Rizal has been able to play terrific. These are just things that you don't want to end the quarter.
pwede pa ito. 4 na segundo. Mark Yee forcing up the shot. And that will end the third period.
The third quarter para dito sa Rizal, they were able to score 26 points. To end that quarter, they were able to force their pressure on the guards, make the stops that they needed. Although that final 30 seconds will hurt them because of that 4-point swing.
AJ Miranda continues to attack downhill. And already in double figures with 13 points off the bench. Lawrence Victoria began to hum in the third. Apolonio also providing a lift off the bench for Meycauayan, and they now have this 17-point lead heading into the fourth.
Win the game. Easy long with Sports Plus.
still here at the Victory Coliseum. Dito po sa tinatawag nilang bayan ng mga anghel sa San Rafael in Bulacan for the continuing coverage of the 8th season of the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Rizal versus Meycauayan. Meycauayan firmly in front, 75-58. They get first possession here in the fourth. The quarter scoring, Coach Juanito, thoroughly dominated by Meycauayan yung first two.
And the third quarter really was where nakabawi itong Rizal. Although they still gave up 23 points, especially in that first 6 minutes of the third quarter. But in terms of scoring, it was the best offensive quarter for Rizal. Keanu Caballero, I saw him get hurt when he was pressuring AJ Miranda. There was a shout. There was a snap, although he stayed on the court, he was obviously hurt. Meron siyang naramdaman something. I don't know if it's on the hamstring. He is holding on to that back part of the leg. Although it's good that he is walking. Ito.
Ayun, dyan pa lang eh. Ano siya naramdaman. I think even prior to that, no?
Bigla siyang sumigaw actually. It was right in front of us. There was a shout coming from Keanu Caballero. So we do hope he's okay. Hopefully nothing serious for Keanu.
Siyempre, patiin natin ang paborito natin nagme-message ha.
Yes.
Walang iba kundi si Mariel, si Julian Torres, our finance officer. Happy birthday. Age reveal naman dyan, Mariel.
I think ano yan, na 21?
Magaling ka. Magaling ka. 22?
22?
Pwede.
Batang-bata pa naman yan.
Marquis at the line. 77-59. Meycauayan heading into this game. They haven't won a game against a team above 500. They have a couple of wins against Zamboanga and Manila. Also had that win the last time against Negros. Pero mabibigat yung mga talo nila against Quezon City, Caloocan, and Quezon.
And that loss against Caloocan really brought them down. You know, it was a big loss. They in home. Parang biglang bumaba yung confidence sila eh. Because pre-season, we were talking about this team as probably a surprise team in the league. And all of a sudden, right now, they were struggling. So this win, if ever they could get it, could really boost their confidence moving forward, knowing among themselves that we could challenge the big teams.
Kung free throw na ito, atid sa atin yan ng Extreme, ang subok at kumpletong compliance brand ng Pilipinas, Gaspay. Pasok yung kanyang unang free throw.
The next 9 minutes would actually be very crucial para dito sa Marilao. It's going to be a test of character for them. How well can they handle a big lead? Can they maintain and can they be able to get the victory in the end game?
MJ De La Virgen, AJ Miranda, Jason Apolonio, Robin Ive, and Jeric Serrano. This is a small unit that Coach Tantan Banal has on the floor for Meycauayan.
That's right. Serrano will be the center here. Maybe able to get some three-pointers.
AJ back, getting it back. Attacks, Gaspay closing out on him. And they get a stop. Takbuhan dito Rizal. Jolo, floater is up, no good. Ball tap loose. Napunta ay Robin Ive. Ive will slow things down.
Smart move by Robin Ive. They no need to rush. Look for the best shot possible.
De La Virgen, Alday trying to keep in step with Miranda. Apolonio boosting up Joel Liu. Apolonio short. Liu with a rebound. Cross-court pass, Alday, the pitch, the basket, plus a foul. Manny Pay is the digital wallet built for the community.
That was beautiful touch passing galing dito sa Rizal. Alday saw that there was someone running the trail in JP Sarao and able to touch pass it to him. There was a late guy in terms of trying to go for that steal. It's gonna be AJ Miranda. Sumubok siyang umiwas. Pero tumama pa rin siya kay JP Sarao.
The game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL.
Hindi na kumakatok itong Rizal. Now, these are the tough things against veteran teams. They won't really do it in one big run. They will slowly tire you out, do the right things. One thing they're doing right is they're pressuring the guards. So, hindi na napapadali itong atake ni De La Virgen, atake nito ni AJ Miranda. They're forcing it out. They need to be able to pass that basketball. And it's making life hard for Meycauayan.
Sarao knocks down a free throw. He has 11 points. Second guy in double figures for Rizal. Naive gets it from Jeric Serrano. Apolonio is free, and he makes them pay, hitting the trifecta.
It's actually the reason why they would be going with this 5. No one is really comfortable on the inside. They're gonna force the defense to really stretch it out. Swing that basketball. Someone is bound to get open doon. Si Jason Apolonio.
Actually, lahat itong 5 ng Meycauayan,
Yes,
kaya
and
tumira
shoot.
sa labas eh. Maguliano, they swing it. Mendoza is free, wide open. All net on that free.
Beautiful ball movement by Rizal. Looking like Meycauayan in that last play. Everybody getting a touch of that basketball. Mahihiya ka na lang eh kung nakuha mo on that last end and you're wide open. But Joel Mendoza was able to make that 3.
Mendoza with 11 points. Extreme ang subok at kumpletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. Robbie Naive, top shot.
Oh, sa push.
Huli si Jeric, tinulak si JP.
Sabi nga ni Christian Luanzon, huli at kulong. Itong si Serrano. on
Kulong
that-
net.
May tanong pa nga si Coach Chris, ano mas gusto mo? Huli pero di kulong? O hindi na huli pero nakulong? Nahihirapan naman ako sa mga tanong nito ni Coach Chris.
Almost 3 minutes gone by in the 4th. Bagsak si Joel Liu. Tulungan tumayo. Itayo ni Sean Argente. Serrano was the one called for that foul. Meycauayan is in penalty. Liu also sold it well.
It's gonna be too early for them to be in penalty. Still 7 minutes remaining. This could be something na matake advantage itong Rizal.
Let's go to Andrea.
Just a quick update on Jimboy Pastoran, AJ Coronel, and Keanu Caballero. For Jimboy, it was just a slight shock on his right ankle. Konting pahinga lang, pero kaya niya pang ilaro. But for AJ, he sustained a grade 2 ankle sprain. Unfortunately, namagana kaagad ang paa niya, and it's currently being iced at the back of their bench. He won't be back for the rest of the game. For Keanu naman, possible hyperextension or strain on his right knee, pero playable naman. They just put some extra support, and he's ready to be back on the court. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. For AJ Coronel, that's gonna be weeks. Grade
Yes.
2 ankle sprain.
It's gonna be 2 to 3 weeks for AJ Coronel. It's gonna hurt because they already have a few guys down.
Yeah.
Billy Robles, John Apasible, now him.
Ni-report din ni Andrea si Keanu Caballero, nakabalik na siya sa laro. Now he's trying to guard MJ de la Vergen. Those two guys wrestling for position. Sarao coming away with a rebound. They could cut it to 9 if Victoria could hit this one, and he does!
What a beautiful find coming from the cross court. Lawrence Victoria knew that he already had the rhythm. They were in numbers, pero when you give him that space, the natural scorer in Lawrence Victoria just knew that he wanted to take the 3.
Paul Victoria with 15 points. 9-point advantage for Meycauayan. Touch pass up Prego. Moves around, got around JP Maguliano and was able to score.
Itong Rizal, they're forcing Felix Apreco to actually take the shot, but Felix is actually stepping up. These 4 points are huge for them to continue to control the rhythm.
Liu dumps it down low, Sarao, bola na tapik palabas. Mananatili ang possession sa Rizal. AJ Miranda makes his return. We have a timeout by Rizal with 5 minutes and 47 seconds left in the 4th. Still staring at an 11-point deficit. Sports Plus is the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Scan the QR code to play or visit www.sportsplus.ph. Still live from the Victory Coliseum in San Rafael, Bulacan. Meycauayan once had a 25-point lead. Rizal naibaba. The closest that they have gotten to was down by 9 points. Ngayon, 11 ang lamang pa rin ng Meycauayan. Rizal with the possession. Meycauayan in penalty. Victoria had a good line, just couldn't drop it from beyond the arc.
That was a little early on their shot clock. Itong Rizal, and a quick answer coming from Sean Argente. That was actually a good time for them to attack because Meycauayan is in penalty. Although maaga yun, para kay Lawrence Victoria.
El Caliente, Sean Argente with 6 triples.
I like that. El Caliente.
Tumihit si Sarao. The pivot inside, 2 points +1 after getting fouled.
You know, I talked about it in the first half. You need someone to be able to get buckets for you. Not the usual one-on-one situations on the post para dito sa Rizal. But if you need a basket, especially with the height advantage against Sean Argente, then JP Sarao will take advantage.
JP Sarao quietly has 13 markers and 6 boards. Rizal continuing this fight back attempt from being down 25 points. 85-74. Argente has 22 points. AJ Miranda, solid all-around performance again with 13 points and 7 assists. Still sticking with this small unit. MANNY Pay is the digital wallet built for the community. De La Virgen. Pass outside. Apolonio has been huge. That time he misses.
That was actually a good offense for them. A lot of space. Eventually someone was open, just couldn't make it. It's Jason Apolonio.
Victoria can't hit the corner 3. Now he moves in. Bintis, agawan sa bola. Napunta kay Apolonio. May foul na pinito laban sa Rizal. That was a good look for Lawrence.
But they're actually really trying to create for Lawrence Victoria. They're bringing it on one end and then hope that they attract the defense enough para mabuksan si Lawrence Victoria. Earlier on the left side, creating space for Victoria on the right. Dito ngayon sa kabila. But, ayun, accidentally lang tinamaan si Piano Caballero.
Pagsak na naman siya. He has to be subbed out again.
Might
Although
be blood.
he's giving out the thumbs up sign.
These are the games where he's not gonna feel it now, pero either bago matulog or bukas pagising, biglang ang daming mararamdaman nito ni Piano Caballero.
Palagay ko, itong partner ko, speaking from experience.
As someone that has the same role,
Diba?
sabihin sa'yo ng coach na, Juanits, panahon mo na. Just to pressure, get the rebounds, irritate whoever point guard may be. Alam ko ang nararamdaman ni Piano Caballero.
So, pahinga muna siya dito. Nasa loob na si Philip Manalang. So, Willie Yu tasked to guard AJ Miranda. What a wicked crossover. Miranda, the setup. Apreku. That's a good foul to give if you're Rizal. Apreku will be tested at the line.
Felix Apreku is only averaging 1 point a ball game. But today, whenever he's given that basketball as the last option on their offense, I have to give him credit that he is ready to take that shot. And it's been huge dahil pamatay sunog lahat ng mga tira nito ni Felix Apreku.
It's good on the first. So lahat nung sa scouting report, whether it's giving him the outside shot or letting him take free throws, he has proven his doubters wrong. He has hit in both of them and giving Meycauayan a 13-point lead.
He's just ready. You know, you have to be a veteran. You have to be ready. He's giving that opportunity. He is showing them that you cannot leave me this wide open.
Pumuposte si Sarao, nakatanggap sa ilalim, pumihit. JP, good kick out. Manalang, pull-up jumper is good.
It's a good shot coming from Manalang on the right end. He was able to get that fake that gave him that space on the right corner.
Still an 11-point lead for Meycauayan. Under 4 minutes left. Miranda taking his time. Got around Philip Manalang. Apreku cuts. Fails to finish. Maguliano on the run. Turns around. Puts it up. No, Liu there to clean it up. Wala pa din.
Aguilar is one guy that is not really felt in today's ball game. He only has 3 points in today's game and he's averaging close to 11.
Marky about to check in as well as Marco Balagtas. MJ. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Apolonio, shot fake. Runner off the glass, no good. Manalang. Liu gets the step. Pass outside. Sarao, straight away free. Off to the left.
Sorry misses para dito sa Rizal. Their shots are actually wide open. These are good looks on the side of Rizal, but it's just not going in. And on the side of Marilao, it's not the same offensive game, but the stops they're making are just enough for them to have this 11-point lead.
2:30 left. Miranda got past Joel Liu. Apreku fouled again.
How often will we see Felix Apreku actually look at the ring and want to shoot? It's a different kind of ball game for him. Alam nila na pinapatira talaga siya. Binibigyan siya ng espasyo para to try and get his attempts. And here he is stepping up, showing that I have to be able to give them some baskets for us to maintain this lead.
Also credit AJ Miranda. He's been attracting the defense and making the right decisions. Felix Apreku is 3 out of 3 from the free throw line.
7 points for Felix Apreku. Career high ba to? Hindi natin alam.
Hindi naman. Double-double yan nung sa Muntinlupa yan dati.
That's right. I'm just kidding. I can't remember the last time I covered him that he scored more than 5 in the ball game.
89-76. So at this point, more of yung role niya. Rebounding, defense. Mendoza, good look. Couldn't knock it down. Balagtas. Ball was tapped. No! It will go to Meycauayan.
We're not yet in the 2-minute mark, so there will be no review. Tignan natin kung i-challenge Coach Mark.
Meycauayan will sue for time. They're still in front by 13 points. A look at some of the people here at the Victory Coliseum in San Rafael, Bulacan. Later on, we'll have Sean Andrews and the rest of the Mindoro Tamaraws taking on Basilan. Mindoro versus Basilan sa ating second game.
Ganda rin nun. It's gonna be a good Southern Division matchup.
Last 2 minutes brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. De La Merhen, time on their side. Bola muntik ng maagaw. Argente, ooh, that's a tough foul. A second remaining on the shot clock.
Sorry, foul. Para dito sa Rizal, no need for them to actually swipe. Medyo nagigil sila because they saw that ititira na neto ni Jason Apolonio, but something positive, they're not in penalty here.
Meycauayan on the verge of getting their first win against a team above 500. They could complete this. Miranda.
Travel.
Yeah.
Could have been an extra pass to Jason Apolonio.
Apreku though coming in today's matchup, just like to your point, 1.3 points, 9.2 rebounds, shooting just 14.3% from the field and 40% from the line, but totally a different story with 8 points, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. Mendoza, another open look, and he hits it.
Small signs of life para dito sa Rizal. It's gonna be 3-pointer number 8. That's 7 3-pointers in the second half para dito sa Rizal. It's defensively where they have to get a stop in this possession.
Jolo Mendoza, total of 14 points. Miranda against Victoria. Miranda charging through. Marquis the rebound. Time not on the side of Rizal. 54 seconds remaining. Jolo. Victoria back to Mendoza. Marquis at the post. Foul given up by Apolonio. Getting entangled, the two of them. Two former champions.
Tama naman yung competitive nature. Pero respetuhan pa rin sa dulo. But Meycauayan might not be in the lead, but you want to keep the intensity. And I gotta give credit, although that is a foul on Jason Apolonio, he is not backing down from the veteran in Marquis.
Marquis. It's good on the first free throw. 6 points, 5 rebounds. And they really sorely missed a guy like Billy Robles.
Yes.
Guy who could defend, get rebounds, plays with a lot of energy.
The physicality really. Kasi dun sila medyo natapakan ng first quarter. When AJ Miranda was really getting those attacks early on, when when Meycauayan was getting a lot of offensive rebounds, this is where they got the rhythm. Eventually, it opened up the floor, which they got a lot of three-pointers. Billy Robles could have at least got them a little limited with the energy that he has.
Try to apply pressure. Argente able to cross the half-court line. 30 seconds left. Still a free possession ball game. Shot clock at 6. Meycauayan content on letting the clock run out. And now they give up a layup, and that should do it. Meycauayan, what a performance. Jason Apolonio with 14 points.
Now, Jason Apolonio has just been moving terrific without that basketball, especially on the final few seconds. Inaantay niya na makatulog ang depensa. Eventually, he cuts, gets the basket, and able to extend the lead once again.
Later on, John Wilson and Basilan will take on Mindoro in our second game. Quick shout out sa mga bago nating kapikilbol, si Gian Alianes at si Celine. I'm sure they're happy with Meycauayan taking this win.
I do hope to play with you guys soon.
Taka, maganda yan. Magandang ideya yan, Coach Juanito. But Meycauayan, seriously though, they got it done from the get-go, hitting 10 triples in the first half, 10 out of 19, did not let up, and even though Rizal threatened, they were able to pull through in the end.
Terrific offensive game para dito sa Meycauayan. The 10 3-pointers in the first half, even getting 4 in the second half, really got them an early rhythm. Even the inside presence of Jeric Serrano was very crucial. Felix Apreco also stepped up in terms of their inside presence. Their defense was subpar, allowing a small comeback coming from Rizal. But their preparation on the offensive end was really crucial for them to get this win. And more importantly, getting their confidence moving forward.
Best player of the game brought to you by Sports Plus, the official sports book of the MPBL. El Caliente, Sean Argente, hot all night long from long distance. What a performance for this young guy.
22 points, 8 out of 11. That's 6 out of 8. Relatively unheard of. Napakahirap gawin yan to be that efficient with 6 pointers, 6 3-pointers made for Sean Argente. But it was really him that started the whole run in the first half. He got them a big lead, and eventually this comfort, they were able to control, able to get them the victory in the end game.
And Meycauayan moves their record to above 500, 4-3, while Rizal, their 3-game winning run being snapped today, they dropped down to 3-3 in the South Division. And I think Sean Argente is standing by with Andrea.
Maraming salamat, Ken. First of all, Sean, congratulations. At Sean, compared nga sa iyong performance in your previous game, dinoble mo ang iyong output ngayong araw. 4 out of 6 of your 3-point shot coming from the first half.
Siyempre, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord. And ayun, sinunod lang namin yung sistema ni Coach Tan. Tapos, shinare lang namin yung bola para maganda yung ikot ng offense namin.
At napansin nga namin iba yung 3-point shooting ng team sa game na ito. First half pa lang, nakasampu na agad kayo. At ano bang naiba sa dynamics ng team at nag-reflect yun sa inyong mga 3-point shots?
Siguro, pinapractice lang namin sa practice yung mga 3-point shootout namin. And ayun, pagiging competitive namin sa game.
Right, meron ka ba mga gustong batiin o pasalamatan? Go ahead.
Siyempre, unang-una nagpapasalamat ako kay Lord dahil sa binigay niyang panalo sa amin. And binabati ko yung family ko, yung parents ko and yung ate ko. Yung girlfriend ko and yung family niya. Yung family ko sa Davao. And yung mga bosses namin, sila, thank you kala Boss Mayora, Attorney Jamina C. of Marilao, Bulacan, si Boss Cap Aya Saicon, Mayor Henry Villarica, Boss Kaiser Galvez and Madam Grace Galvez. Siyempre, nagpapasalamat din kami sa sponsors namin. Villarica Pawn Shop, Perea Moto District, kay Attorney Jamina C., August Ship, Manning Philippines, XIV. And greetings po kila Ma'am Zia Franco and Juan Amores. And sa mga taga Marilao and sa mga taga Meycauayan na sumusuporta sa amin, nagpapasalamat ako sa inyo.
Thank you so much. Once again, that was Sean Argente, our best player of the game, brought to us by Sports Plus, the official sportsbook of the MPBL. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Andrea. Tremendous performance by Sean Argente. Up next, Basilan and Mindoro will lock horns sa ating second game. A South Division showdown looming. And keep it here, locked in. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kubo.